I'm here today to tell you that I have a dream, just like Dr. Martin Luther King. In history class, I've learned about the mistreatment of many people, not just Native and African Americans, but people all throughout the world. In math class, I've learned I too can become a mathematician or a scientist. This strengthens my belief that there are young people out there who, like me, can help take this world to a new horizon in all areas. Yes, there is crime, hunger, and frustration all around us, and these things will always exist. But if we stand together as a human race, we can minimize these obstacles and do our part to bring peace to the world. I'm only old enough to read about the Depression, the Cold War, the Citizens, and what it was like to sit at the back of the bus. However, reading and learning about the past and looking at where we are now helps me to believe that we can and will continue to press on. I know that if we continue to believe, I know that together we can achieve my dreams. We will continue to live together, to work together, and make new advancements in the world. I have enjoyed the luxuries of modern technology, great educational opportunities, and I have hope for the possibilities of tomorrow. We've seen the destruction of 9/11 and mourned together as a people. We've seen our first African-American president and received accolades from all throughout the world. Many of us stood proudly together. Yes, I do believe we will experience a rebirth of love and leadership in our country and in the world. Our country and the world needs the olive branch. Changing the world only becomes possible by changing our attitudes. These changes will help our country continue to thrive in government, industry, technology, healthcare, and peace. People always say that young people are the future of tomorrow. Not only that, but we are the future of today. Today is not over with, people. I see a new horizon, a new beginning, and so many possibilities for us as people. Yes, like Dr. King, I have a dream, not just for myself, but for the world.
As Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. fought for African Americans to overcome segregation, most of us don't take advantage of opportunities given to us, and today are gone. The economy has turned us against each other. There is black-on-black crime and other unwise actions that turn us away from each other. Today's African American youth is disappointed in our older generation who fought for our rights and freedom. Most people may ask, where do we go from here? The road hasn't ended. We shall overcome the ignorance we have toward each other. After all the years of slavery and fighting for freedom should be a reason for us to unite. We shall overcome the envy and violence we have toward each other. As Dr. King's famous speech entitled, I Have a Dream, was about changing the ways minorities are treated and hope for equality. The younger generation often disrespects their parents and elders. They think of street life in school, but once a jail sentence or death comes around, they give up, leaving their families to cry and mourn. Where do we go from here? The road has not ended. We should have more mentors and free camps during the summer to keep our youth out of trouble. During the summer, my peers, when they're out of school, try to find anything to get into involving violence, drugs, and other criminal activities. Where do we go from here? The younger generation complain about things they don't have that our elders couldn't have. All our youth think cell phones are necessities, and our older generation didn't have home phones to use sometimes. Also, my peers think they should have a new pair of shoes every 2 weeks or so, when our elders walk into the bottom of their shoes have holes in them. Every youth think they need the top brand clothes to keep up with the Joneses, as our mother would say, but our ancestors wore hand-me-downs or clothes made from rags or sacks. I ask again, where do we go from here? We need to raise our thoughts to a higher standard. We need to concentrate on being successful in school and figure out what we want to be in life and what road should we take to get there. That's where we go from here. Thank you.
What did you have to do to practice up for this, for today?
Practice daily during school hours. I had a coach that come in on Tuesdays and Thursdays to help me. I practice daily over the break a lot too.
What kind of things did you? What kind of things did the coaches do with you? Just like reciting the speech?
Yeah. They told me to like show my expressions to get the judges' attention.
So how did you feel up there? Were you nervous, or do you think you had enough practice?
I was nervous. I was real nervous.
Do you think it'll make getting in front of a room like this again in the future easier?
Yeah.
Do you think next time you have to do this or something like this will be easier? Haven't done it?
Oh,
Good?
Is this the first time you got up in front of a room, like not just the classroom, but like strangers and stuff?
Yes.
Yeah? Well, you did a great job.
Thank you.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Congratulations. Thanks for your time.
Where do we go from here? That is a valuable question. To move forward from here, we have to go back and see how far we have come. We have to see all the time and effort that was put into getting us to where we are today. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. created his speech, "I Have a Dream." He had a dream that one day all men could be treated equally, that we could come together as one nation. He also believed in civil rights for everyone, but especially for African Americans. However, that's not enough anymore. We need civil rights for everyone, no matter what ethnicity, religion, gender, or sexual orientation. We need to have respect for all people, whether you are the same or not. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. once said that education is the key to success. Without an education, you can't get the knowledge that is needed to move forward in life. Knowledge will teach you how to work with and respect others, as well as to accept and appreciate others' differences. Now, where do we go from here? That depends on us and what we choose to do. If we stop fighting one another and start fighting as one nation, we can expand on our knowledge and make an amazing foundation for the amazing generations to come. So remember, it only takes one person and one dream to help make a difference. However, it takes many people to keep that dream alive. We have accomplished so much and have come a long way, but we still have a longer road to travel. Thank you.
A poem I wrote called MLK's. Martin Luther King dreamed of a peaceful world with different races holding hands such as black boys and white girls. He's a true hero, but is he truly yours? He wanted freedom for all and for all to be free. The dream came true that he didn't get to see. If he was still here, he would love the freedom of speech, for he was a man that was all about peace. Martin Luther King made a very big change. He's a role model in so many different ways. When I hear the word leader, I think of MLK. He was assassinated because he was a black man wanting equal rights. I believe the same would have happened even if he was white, because they never wanted us to read nor write. It should never be about the color of one's skin. It should be about the way a person is within. Life is a challenge where no one wins. If his life didn't matter, we wouldn't be mentioning his name here today. If he had lived on, would this world really be changed? Rest in peace, MLK.
Where do we go from here? Now, I couldn't possibly determine the right plan for the global community that we are a part of, but I can say this. We are living in one of the most admired countries in history, and for many reasons. We have challenged the hardest of scientific ideas, we have set new highs for education, and we have even gone to the moon. Yet, I don't think that was what Dr. King aimed for when he pushed for progress. I think he was speaking about something much more important. He was talking about the unwritten rules by which we take every step. The rules that demand that we have enough conscience to treat each other with respect as the equal members that we are. Can we say, though, that our country, a full-on melting pot of cultures, has reached its full potential? I think not. I think that no matter how much history makes us forget, we all have influential ancestors who were fiercely independent and set a great example of sticking up for what you believe in. I think, though, that we are bothered by the poor on the streets and the lack of respect, or the crumbling of the family unit. But what we need to take care of first is what all those things tie back to, and that's subtly restricted freedom and energy set towards the wrong kinds of things. You see, we keep saying that we're completely free, that we choose, that we can do, but just don't have time, and that's not necessarily true. We can't be absolutely free when we keep setting borders on lands whose origin we aren't even sure about. So what do we have to overcome? One thing, the status quo. We have to be unexpectedly good at everything that we do, so that someday the hardworking people rise to power. And thus we aren't separated by borders and nations and governments, but that we are united as the united peoples of the world. It takes small steps to get there, but the successes of each one of us are the building blocks for the stairway. Then when we're there, we'll be able to address the problems that we know really exist. And we can't really say that we can't make a difference, because would you really dive underwater so the rain won't get you wet?
The words of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. led the people of our nation to Washington, D.C. to hear Dr. King proclaim, "I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of this creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal." The same question asked by so many all these years are still being asked today. Where do we go from here? Dr. King laid the foundation for equal opportunities for all, regardless of the circumstance or the color of one's skin. It is up to us, the young people of today, to build upon that foundation and make sure the dreams of Dr. King and all followers come true. Where do we go from here? We show acceptance for people different from ourselves. We offer a hand to those who have fallen. We work to instill pride in those in our neighborhood, letting them know that the dreams that we have today are a continuation of those started so long ago. Where do we go from here? The answer to the question, where do we go from here? We go from here keeping the dream alive. We go from here teaching one another to respect one another. We go from here not only setting the example that Dr. King wanted, but what God and all other civil rights leaders wanted. We go from here holding each other's hands through struggles and strength. We go from here as one strong nation. Thank you.
Let us be dissatisfied until from City Hall justice will roll down like waters in righteousness, like a mighty stream. Let us be dissatisfied until the day the lion and the lamb shall lie down together, and every man will sit under his own vine and fig tree, and none shall be afraid. Let us be dissatisfied, and men will recognize that out of one blood God made all men to dwell upon the face of the earth. Let us be dissatisfied until the day no one will shout white power, when nobody will shout black power, but everyone will talk about God's power and human power. Power properly understood is nothing but the ability to achieve purpose. It is the strength required to bring about social, political, and economic change. Dr. King goes on to say that power requires just the right amount of love and power to implement the new demands of justice. For years, the thought was that power and love did not work together. It is not ironic that he states the exact same reasoning concerning the black man and the white man. In the final analysis, the weakness of black power is its failure to see that the black man needs the white man and the white man needs the black man. There is no separate black path to power fulfillment that does not intersect white paths. And there is no separate white path to fulfillment short of social disaster that does not share with black aspirations for freedom and human dignity. We are bound together in a single garment of destiny. I don't know about home. I've never been there. But where I live, little black boys and black girls join hands with white boys and white girls and walk together as sisters and brothers. In the end, we are all people who need one another to prosper.
These young people strive for excellence, and they're role models for what we want to see going forward. Martin Luther King, where do we want to go from here? We want to go with these young people marching into the future, knowing that you're going to be able to take care of us. My name is Tony Fairbanks. I'm Vice President for Institutional Advancement. I'm here representing our President, John W. Garland. And President Garland is very much interested in working with young people, bringing them onto the campus of Central State University so it can produce future leaders, not only for the city of Dayton, but for the nation, indeed the world. I just simply want to say thank you for allowing me to be here to represent President Garland, and thank you. Continue the work. Faculty, coaches, teachers, parents, all working together to provide excellence for our kids. Thank you very much.
Place today, E-Day Ray. From Stivers to Mary Dorsey.
How was your experience up there getting in front of everyone?
I was kind of nervous at first, but when I saw everybody else, I started getting in front.
Was this the first time you've given a speech in front of a bunch of strangers?
Yeah.
Do you think it's going to help you next time you have to give a speech in front of people? What kind of stuff did you do to practice for today?
Well, I've been practicing a lot, and tried not to leave out.
Yeah?
Tried to let everybody get
Okay, fantastic. You did a great job. Congratulations.